among all the other things you are, how is it that you're also a career hiker and you didn't even know you had all these hiking skills? You didn't know throughout your whole life you've been hiking, right? So what I say and mean by that is we're all on this mountain, and the mountain is looking at life. So each and every one of us is all at different points, perspectives, steps of the mountain via our age, via our spiritual level, via our journey within ourselves to find ourselves. We're all at different points, but ultimately we're all on this mountain. And this mountain is called the mountain of perspective. A lot of times, is it your life that's bad or is it your perspective? It can be both, but I feel like a lot of times it's your perspective more so than it is your life, because it's not what happens outside. That is a very small percentage, but it's what happens within you, because this is the world that you live in. You live in this world too, but you live in this world. Now, with that being said, most of the people that are on this mountain of life don't realize they're on the mountain of perspective, rather. And with that, they're at the basin, they're at the bottom. Their perspective is too low, so their view on life is too low. But instead of looking down in the valley of life, your perspective is right on. So in turn, that creates a hell. People are at a low state, in a survival mindset, um, within their root chakra. I don't really talk too much about chakras, but that entails that as well. You're caught up in your animalistic desires and trying to survive and things like that. And so, how can you view life from a higher perspective if you're just trying to survive, make ends meet? You don't really even have the time to question your reality and to look deeper and even start to climb up the mountain and change your perspective. But the great thing about the mountain of perspective, you don't have to literally walk it. You spiritually walk it. You just have to take the steps within your own mind. And the cool thing about it, it's not 500 steps. It's really one step. It's just about you shifting your perspective, shifting your lens, just changing the lenses on your glasses just a little bit, maybe change the tint on them, and see your life differently, because everybody can view the same thing differently, and everybody does view the same thing differently. Who am I to tell you that anything in your life is wrong? You may think it's right, and that's the case with a lot of things. Like, a lot of things that I may see be right in my life, you may think is wrong and blasphemous or whatever the case. But I think where we go wrong is trying to condemn each other, because it's all perspective. I can see myself and see my life in a way that helps me, in a way that shapes me and makes my life better. But ultimately, I believe it's not the life itself, but the perspective on life. And a quote I always love to reference is, the when you change the way you see things, the things you see change. It's a quote by Wayne Dyer. That quote will be relevant forever, I feel like, because it's so true. You just changing the way you look at something changes it and gives it a whole new form in life. So just think, maybe the worst thing that ever happened to you also contained the seed to create and shape you into the person strong enough to be able to handle your dream life, to handle all the great things in your life. Sometimes you might have had to make some space just for you to see life differently. And it's just a means of changing your intake. A lot of times I don't want to generalize, but I'll just say for most people, as I generalize, um, we take in BS information, whether it's the news, whether it's just brain rot on social media, just things about other people's lives, drama, all of these things. And it's like, what is this doing for you? It's keeping you at this low perspective, at the bottom of the mountain, and you're meeting life at the survival level. So you're not able to see all the great things happening for you. Once you start to move up the mountain, change your perspective a little bit, and just be willing to see life differently. Because I feel like you want everybody, like, we're going to go on a little detour. Everybody wants a good life. Everybody wants to enjoy life. Even the people that are constantly, continuously choosing the bad decisions that may look like they're happy or only bring fleeting happiness and temporary happiness. But ultimately, we're all chasing the feeling of feeling good. I don't care who you are, what it is, where you come from, what you did. We all want to feel good. But yeah, I think it's a combination of willingness and just being ready to change your life, because you can say you want something as much as you do as you want, but whatever you want is the what you have in this life. You are choosing what you want constantly every single day, and whether that's good for you or bad for you is on you, but you're choosing what you want to do every single day, right? If you wanted to come home and watch Netflix after work, that was your choice. Like, you chose that because that's what you wanted to do. You might have wanted to work on your business or do something better for yourself, but you chose what you ultimately wanted, is what I'm trying to say. Man, I'll make a whole video about that. But yeah, man, changing your perspective changes your life. But getting out of survival mode is becoming aware that you're in survival mode, and also reacting. A lot of times we're quick to react to life's events and life circumstances and be swayed every time you have an inconvenience in life. You feel bad and everything. You got all this turmoil within, but it's not anything. Did anything really change externally other than your perspective internally changed upon what you saw externally, and now you feel bad because you feel threatened, and your story is being wrote when you aren't necessarily writing it, right? So when life has its events and things don't go as planned, we get out of whack and tend to get angry and feel some type of way and all these other different things. But yeah, man, we kind of touching on a few different topics, but it all comes together and encapsulates the power of perspective and the mountain of perspective, and knowing that you just have to take a few steps to first be aware and know that, okay, I'm continuously choosing this pathway. I'm continuously choosing to see life from this view, and then life is meeting me at that view. But once you start to change your perspective, you start to see that, wow, life is so beautiful. Life is for me. All the events that I thought were sent out to kill me, sent out to derail me, whatever you want to call it, have all been there to teach me and guide me and lead me back to myself. And once you realize that, life becomes so much lighter in both ways, lighter in weight and lighter in uh, light. So it's really liberating to change your perspective, and it's free and it's easy, and it's a superpower that we have. We all kind of superpowers that we just don't use. But yeah, man, your perspective is everything. Is your life really bad, or is it your perspective on life? Because everybody has bad things that happen to them. Everybody's been through some sort of hell in their life. Everybody will lose their loved ones. We all go through things. Life, I don't say life is hard, but it has its moments. So are you going to let those moments write your story, and just that's what your life is? You only here once. You gonna let life write your story, or you gonna write your story of life, man? I appreciate y'all for watching. Y'all tap in with the links in the description. My new song should be out, called On the Road, by now. If not, I'm wild. Y'all tap in. I have the links for some more of my music too, R&B ski, and we got the project coming real soon, man. I'm so excited. And yeah, man, we're going to keep cooking, making videos, doing what we love, and shifting my perspective on making YouTube videos from why am I worried about the views and who watches it, to I'm here to enjoy making videos, talking, and it, no matter who listens, it doesn't matter, but just talking. And then from there, letting it go, it has the potential to bring back everything, because I'm not expecting nothing from it. But yeah, man, I'm gonna make a whole another video. I'm trying to end the video, you see. But yeah, I appreciate y'all for watching. I love y'all. We out unlimited.